Hello everyone and welcome back to the Divine Speaker Extended Demo. We're nearing the edge of the forest. We saw Vaughn almost kill someone, and we saw Leos kill a lot of people, probably, maybe. Depends on if you trust his aim or not. It was an intense part. If you want to play the extended demo yourself, links in the description. If you want to support the devs, link in the description. After all of that, I felt so worn down. My mouth and throat were dry, and the adrenaline was only just beginning to leave my system. If he says the edge of the forest is close, then sure, the edge of the forest is close. I have no energy to argue. If it means I could sit down for a minute, he can tell me anything. We left the area, following Fawn back the way we came.
So, what were they doing out here?
They seemed like a band of thieves.
And not very good ones.
As for why they were out here, I'm not sure. This is the first time I've been this far.
Wait, this is the first time you've been here and yet you're leading us so confidently? See, he's full of shit. He's been leading us in circles the entire time.
What else we were supposed to do? Our house, burned down. We have a new companion that probably wants to kill us, so...
No, I definitely know that this is the right way. My friends told me to go this way.
Friends?
Oh my god. I don't need fights right now. I just started this episode. Fantastic. Just when I was thinking that Leos needed another reason to tease Fawn.
Wait,
My friends. The animals that live with me.
Lived with you?
The animals that lived with me. They helped me out.
Oh, they helped you. Oh, of course they did.
Oh my god.
Did they cook and clean for you as well? Dress you and bathe you?
What? No, of course not. They mostly just kept me company. I made sure they were safe, and they did the same for me.
Oh.
And sometimes they lead me places. We're a family, and we look out for each other. At least, we did. I wish I could introduce you to them. I just hope they're okay.
How fun.
Oh.
Oh my god, Leos.
What?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing?
You're telling me we're following you around because a bunch of animals told you this was the right way. Are you insane? Are you actually so out of your mind you think that sounds reasonable?
Leave Fawn alone, or Leos says, no, leave Fawn alone.
Leos, be nice.
Is it Leos or Leos? You know what? Whatever. I'm going with whatever. Confidence.
Did you not hear him?
Oh, shush.
He talks to animals.
I heard what he said. Let's just drop it.
Drop it? Do you want to be wandering in circles for the rest of our lives? This is insane.
Seriously, stop it.
Pipsqueak is probably doing this on purpose, taking us out into the middle of nowhere to eat us or something.
Shut up! Will you just leave him alone? All you do is constantly try to push him down and make him feel bad. He's done nothing to lose my trust. But what about you? You were hired to kill me. But you expect me to trust everything you said over someone who's only trying to help? Just be quiet and keep walking. Fawn, you said we were close now?
Yeah, it shouldn't be much farther now.
Hold on. I was just like, oh, Rain, show him.
Great. You're both delusional then.
Oh, shush.
I'm so glad neither of you are so worried about this situation.
Of course I'm worried. But what else can we do?
Be careful here.
The greenery around us gradually shifted to gravel and rubble. Ahead of us, the trees were becoming thinner.
This is it.
It?
The edge of the forest.
We snuck closer to a light that beamed in from the other side of the trees. With every step, I could feel my heartbeat becoming heavier. What is this? I held my breath and took the final step out of the tree line.
There. That's the coastal city of Stagwitch.
I dropped to my knees, the rocks crunching under my weight. Past the tree line, the sun was setting a brilliant shade of yellow over the sprawled out contents below. Large rocky structures, water that goes on forever. A city. A city?
Fawn, you weren't lying? You aren't crazy after all?
Did you really think I was? I wouldn't lie to you.
The town wrapped around the coastline, and lanterns around it were slowly flickering to life as the sun descended further and further into the water.
Everything I know, everything we've been taught was a lie?
The view made me dizzy. I had to hold the ground in place just to feel secure.
This can't be true. What the speaker says isn't a lie. He has no reason to lie to us.
That's right. The speaker. He wouldn't lie about something like this.
Maybe he just doesn't know?
Look, the speaker is sus, and I don't know his motivations. A slight wind blew my hair around, so I tucked some locks behind my ear. It was cold, cooler than at home.
Well, hiding the outside world seems like a difficult thing to do. It could be an accident, but...
Then, everything you said about not coming from Aurelia Cavella, about the towns surrounding here, they were true as well?
Of course. I've never lied to you. I've never even seen Aurelia Cavella. I barely knew it existed.
I crawled closer to the edge of the cliff. Fawn and Leo sat down beside me.
There's so much water. I've never seen so much. Does it go out forever?
It's the ocean. It goes until it hits another block of land. There are other cities across it as well.
Man, their minds are being blown. The water glistened in the fading light. It was beautiful. Beautiful, but something about it made me feel sad. The more I looked at the fantastical landscape that went as far as the eye could see, the more lost I felt. My whole life. I would never have known.
And those... what are those giant rocks?
The mountains?
Did someone build them? They're huge.
Oh my god, this is amazing to, witness.
No, they're natural. Like the ocean and the forests and everything around us.
I see.
Leos looks so angry right now. Are you okay, Leos? Whatever your name is. We'll get there. My arm throbbed numbly. I could feel the markings buzz like they were alive. I sat for a while, just taking it all in.
Maybe. Does fate not exist after all? My life should be quiet, uneventful. Here I am. My judgment wasn't anything like this.
The speaker is always right.
Oh, Leos, he's just I've been lied to. Because it could be oh my god, I just realized Leos' judgment was just being a killer for the rest of his life, and now he has to maybe live with that fact that it's not true.
Everything he says comes true.
He looked upon the land below us, a worried expression on his face. He wasn't even convincing himself.
Maybe that's because you all do what he tells you to. I believe in destiny, but I also believe that fate is what you make of it. You can become anything. I don't know him, but just because he tells you one thing doesn't mean you can't live your life how you want to.
Fate isn't absolute?
That's what I think. Your hard work and effort are the things that determine whether your fate comes true or not.
I've never thought about it like that.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Is this actually real?
Looks like it.
And no one else from home has ever thought to look out here?
I guess not.
There's not much I can say. What do you say when everything you've ever been told was wrong? I looked at Fawn. He said he'd guide us to the edge of the forest, and Leos and I could go search for help, but...
Fawn?
If it's okay with you, I'd like to come with you.
I'm gonna cry.
Really?
Going back now wouldn't be safe.
Plus, like your minds are blown and like you probably don't know anything, so well, at the same time, like Fawn doesn't know anything either because he's been living in the forest his whole life, or like majority of his life.
it'd be a little lonely.
Oh, Fawn. His cheeks and the tip of his ears turned red again.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I smiled at him. I can't imagine going any further without his help.
I might not be very useful, but thank you.
You're not as useless as I thought after all.
Leos reached over and ruffled Fawn's hair. Ah! Oh, they're cute.
Thank you, I think.
I looked out over the horizon, then back at the two that sat next to me.
You guys, thanks. I'd probably be dead by now if it weren't for the two of you.
Damn right you would be. I think I'll have to teach you how to hold a weapon at the very least.
Then again, I could have also been dead because of one of them. Oh well. Maybe my emotions are taking over my common sense right now.
Should we start climbing down then? It'll be dark soon.
Good idea.
We all scrambled to our feet and started to descend down the rocky slope. I kept an eye on Leos though. Despite how he hacks, he is actually still injured.
Do you need a hand?
From someone like you, no thanks.
What happened to the nice Leos from a few minutes ago?
Long gone. You only see him once in a blue moon. The sun slowly set over the wide ocean as we made our way down the slope and towards the town in front of us. Outside it was already pitch black, but fortunately the lights from around the city helped to guide our way. The trees began to thin out into small fields of rice and wheat before finally we reached the entrance to the town. The town buzzed with activity. The inhabitants moved around, doors opened and closed, people chatted excitedly, and kids ran around through the streets.
I can't believe this is real. And we're actually standing here.
I did try to tell you.
I know. Sorry, Fawn, for doubting you. In my mind, a place like this just couldn't exist. Yet here we are. Sorry, I must look really dumb to you.
It's okay, I understand. How could the two of you believe me when you've always been told the opposite?
It pains me to admit it, but even I feel a little bad.
Let's look at this positively. From here on out, we have so much to learn and experience. Doesn't that sound fun? I just wish we could show this to the people back at home.
You never know. Maybe one day you'll get to go back and tell them.
With all my heart, I want to believe that one day I could show this sight to them, to the matron, to Mia, and Tobias, to everyone. It might be an unreasonable wish, but I'll still wish for it. One day, I'll be able to show them.
Definitely, someday.
Alright, let's not waste any more time. I don't know about the two of you, but I'm not spending another night sleeping on the ground. I'd appreciate a bed.
Even in Fawn's house, the bed was only thrown together. What I'd give to sleep in a proper bed tonight.
Sounds good to me.
We don't have money though, we're broke, and just like Fawn, like, hey, I grabbed the bag of coins that they dropped, by the way.
I guess we can just walk through the main streets then?
Do we need to hide? Will they question us?
I don't think so. We should be able to enter and leave freely.
Really? Wow.
We slowly walked through the outskirts of town. No one stood watch though, just like Fawn said. They really can just come and go as they please. They could look out on the ocean and decide to visit it. They can look far into the distance and just go. I envy them. My arm ached as we walked between the buildings. The dull throbbing went from my wrist all the way up to my shoulder. I massaged it with my other hand, but it didn't help.
Is your arm bothering you?
The two of them watched me closely while we walked between the rows of houses.
Oh, no. It aches a little, but I'm sure it'll pass soon. It's not a big deal.
All right. But tell us if you can't deal with it, okay?
We will, right, Rain? We will.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like commitment.
Oi, look.
I like that. Wait, this is okay, shut up. I thought it was cute. Not far from us, we saw the first of the townspeople. Instinctively, my body tensed up and I wanted to hide. What will she do? She wouldn't call the guards because of a group of messy, unknown guys walking around in the middle of the street, in the middle of the night, right? We all watched her closely in anticipation. She gave us a gentle smile as she walked past and kept going on her way. That was it. Everyone, we're so awkward.
She seemed rather friendly.
She did. I've heard that the people here are friendly, but...
But?
What, by your little friends?
No, I mean... Yeah... They told me.
Fawn, stop being sus. Don't do this.
Even if people seem friendly, it doesn't mean they really are. It looks like it should be a safe place to spend the night, though.
Fine. Did your friends also happen to mention a place where we'd be able to rest, Mouse Boy?
Oh no, they didn't. Sorry.
It's fine. You shouldn't be expected to know everything. We can just take a look around together. Right, Leos?
I glared in his direction. Hopefully he could read the shut up look in my eyes.
Whatever you say.
Alright, it's settled then. Task 1, we find a place to stay. And Task 2, we find someone to look at your injuries. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I love his voice actor. I love what the lines that... I love everything about him. I don't know. Maybe once we meet the one character that I'm super excited to meet, he's gonna blow Leos out of the water and I'm just gonna be in love. But right now, Leos is just like heart and rips out. It's mine now.
If only you were always so compliant. I like this, Leos.
We walked further through the town, more confidently than before. People bustled around, busy with their own lives. They didn't pay any attention to us whatsoever.
The buildings all look so strange.
I was thinking that too.
What do you mean?
At home, the buildings look nothing like this. It's amazing.
Really?
I looked around. Yeah, it was different to home. Completely different. Even the atmosphere wasn't the same. We kept walking, slowly passing other people who paid no attention to us. No one called out to us or asked us what we were doing there.
They're not even noticing us.
They look so similar to the people from home, yet so different. Different hairstyles, different clothes, faces that seemed almost familiar but slightly off. It's so strange. I glanced at Fawn. He was following slightly behind me, with his eyes cast down towards the ground.
Fawn?
Huh?
His eyes flicked up from the ground immediately.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm just a little tired.
We agree on something. For once.
Well, I know I said it pretty easily, but where exactly are we going to stay?
Wait here.
Be careful. I want you back in one piece. Before I could object or question him, Leos was off. He wove between the buildings and was out of sight instantly. I should wait here with Fawn, because he seems a little,
There's really no stopping him sometimes.
This area is relatively quiet, with only a few people walking past every now and then, so I crouched down and rested my back on the wall behind us.
It's been a long day.
Fawn stood awkwardly, still staring at the ground.
Hey, why don't you sit down here with me?
Oh, okay.
Let us talk, cause I abandoned you last night. I'm sorry. He sat down on the pavement a few steps away from me and rested his head in his hands. I don't like this. I don't like it. I shuffled over until I bumped into him and draped my arm over his shoulders.
Hey, Don't act so distant.
When his eyes met mine, I finally noticed his eyes welling up.
What's wrong?
Did I say something to upset him? He's been acting strange ever since we got here.
I'm sorry. What did I do?
No, I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
What to do?
Suddenly, there's all these people around. I haven't set foot anywhere like this in 10 years. I feel useless and scared. At least out there, I could be helpful. But now...
So he does remember how long he's left alone after all.
You're not useless. We would never have found this place if not for you.
But that was out there. Here, I know nothing. Every time I make eye contact with someone, I want to run as far away as I can. I want to hide and never come back. I don't want them to hurt me. I didn't mean...
They won't hurt you.
What if they do?
You should know that I wouldn't let them. When I needed help, you gave it to me. You protected me more than once, so let me help you now. Not that I know much more than you about this kind of thing.
He just stared at the ground silently.
Why are you so worried? Have these people done something to you?
No. But the last time I just don't want to remember.
He doesn't want to talk about it. I'm not going to push him.
Well, trust me. I won't let them do anything to you.
I tightened my arm around his shoulder and pulled him in a little closer. When he looked at me, I smiled. This is all I can do. It's the only way I know how to show him that I'm here for him.
Okay.
I love him. He rubbed his eyes with his long sleeves and let out a quiet sigh. With a slight turn of his head, he watched me with puffy eyes and cheeks tinged pink. What? That's a weird word.
Hey, you shouldn't do this in public.
What do you mean?
Your arm.
My arm? Why? You can't comfort people in public? Is it different out here or something? I don't think it's a big deal. In some way, you kind of remind me of these two kids at my orphanage. I want to look after you.
Oh.
What?
Before I could say anything, we were interrupted by an explosion of giggles and chatter coming towards us.
What is that?
I took my arm off of Fawn and stood up. When I held out my hand, he quickly accepted and stood beside me.
Oh my god, your outfit is so sexy. Ugh, where are you from?
Oh, what is this voice? Hello. Voice acting. Like, the whole voice acting in this game has just been like, wow, it's so good, chef kiss.
And your hair, it's so smooth. What do you use?
Did you come here with anyone?
Is this
Can I touch your abs?
Leos? Leos!
Uh,
Leos! Save him! Save him! Around the corner came Leos, with a small crowd of women following behind him. A couple of girls buzzed around him, asking questions and touching him.
Leos?
I was still gonna say his name wrong, it's fine.
Are these your friends? Little brothers?
No! We gotta leave! We gotta leave!
these are my companions. We're traveling together.
That's adorable.
Is it? What's going on here?
I just asked someone if they knew where we could stay the night. And more people came. Until I had a crowd.
Oh my god.
I don't know what they want.
Fawn shrunk back from the sudden crowd, further into the shadows.
Well, did you find somewhere we can stay?
We can take you to our local inn. It's the best in town.
I'm not sure we can afford.
Oh, come on, follow us.
No, not the pretty boy. Bring him back. He's ours. Two ladies helped Leos by either arm and led him away. I gave Fawn's hair a little ruffle.
Remember, I'll look after you. Come on.
With a small nod, we sit after Leos. The walk towards the apparent best inn in town wasn't very long. The area was mostly quiet, and we only passed by a few people. We probably wouldn't have found our way here without Leos's fans. I guess I should be thankful. There were a few people gathered around the entrance of the small building, chatting and laughing, but the inn wasn't much to look at. A young lady stood by the door, smoking some kind of pipe. A man with dark green hair sat at one of the outside tables playing with a bird. When I peeked in through the window, the inside was pretty much devoid of life.
The Sleeping Ostrich Inn.
Wow. Your little forest friends taught you how to read too?
Stop! Stop!
I already knew how to read.
Please, just be nice.
What am I not?
Do you really want me to answer that? Let's just go in.
Rather than standing around out here.
The crowd of girls that brought us here shuffled us in through the doorway. The inside of the inn was a little run down, with creaky floors and an old bar. But after the places we've been sleeping lately, it looked like heaven. Sets of tables were scattered around the room, and a few stools sat by the bar. Only a couple of people were sat around drinking alone. The atmosphere was pretty dull. Oh, who are you? Hello? The barkeep looked up when we entered, his eyes wide at the sight of around 15 people suddenly bursting in the door. Leos's crowd sat him down at the table and surrounded him in an instant, chatting to him non-stop. Sorry, Leos. You were a worthy sacrifice.
I guess I'll go talk to the bartender.
I'll come too.
Thanks, Fawn. Even I felt awkward around the big group, so I couldn't blame Fawn for wanting to come along with me instead. By the time we reached the bar, a couple of girls had already bought rounds of drinks and brought them back to the table.
What a crowd! Where did you find them all?
Is he talking to me?
All of them? You mean the girls?
Of course I mean the girls. I couldn't pay them to stop by here any other night. They like to complain about the place being dirty or something. Nonsense.
I mean...
You couldn't find a place cleaner than this.
Oh, okay. That doesn't bode well for all of the other inns. Eyed up the thick layer of dust that covered the bottom top. Sure.
My friend, well, one of my companions met them when we entered town. We asked them if they knew anywhere we could stay the night, and they directed us here. Actually, it's more like they pulled us all the way here, to be honest.
That companion?
He pointed to Leos, surrounded by women and looking uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's him.
I'm not surprised. They'd do anything for a man as handsome as him. What it's like to be young.
He sighed wistfully.
If you're looking for a place to stay, then you're in luck. How many of you?
Just the three of us. I hope.
3 rooms then? That'll set you back 30 plumes each. We're the cheapest in town, but the best, of course.
Plumes? You don't take marks?
We both looked at each other in confusion.
The currency here might be different from the one we're used to.
Different? I can't think of a single town in the region that uses anything else.
Oh god.
I see. There's no way we could work out some kind of agreement? We've been traveling for days.
Well, you have brought in a pretty big crowd, I'll give you that.
Abruptly, he stopped speaking and cast his eyes to the far side of the room. In the corner was a small stage, worn from use but covered in cobwebs. I guess it hasn't been used in a while.
I'll tell you what. If you can entertain them enough to stay for the evening and put on a bit of a show, you guys can have some of the cheap rooms. We got a deal?
Entertain them? How?
We've got some old music equipment in the storeroom out back.
Music? Now really isn't the time to be picky, but how can I tell him that I'm not even slightly musically inclined? No choice, I suppose. We'll just run with this.
Thank you so much. We really didn't want to have to leave tonight.
Wait, Rain!
Perfect. I'll go get some instruments then.
Two of us don't know how to play anything. The man disappeared through the doorway, apparently on his way to collect some instruments.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, we gotta do something.
There's no way we can do it.
Yes, we can.
Do you have any other ideas?
He looked away and thought.
This is our best bet.
I walked back over to Leos and gave him a little tap on the shoulder.
What?
Well, good news. We can stay here tonight.
Whoa. You aren't entirely useless after all.
Oh, but there's a caveat.
Bad news. We have to put on some kind of musical show and keep these girls happy.
Look, I take it back. I have never met a person as useless as you. Do I look like some kind of flute player? Huh? Some kind of prancing harp or lute musician? Is that what you think I look like?
Sorry, Leos' voice actor is just amazing. I love his line deliveries are so good.
A little, honestly.
Shut it.
Sorry, but honestly, it's here or the streets, and I'd much rather be here.
I don't think I can.
I'm back. Take your pick.
He laid out a variety of instruments on the bar top, just waiting to be picked. Lutes, trumpets, fan... I don't know why I was about to say fan flutes, pan flutes, and so many others I didn't know the names of.
Oh, I think I could play this.
I picked up the simplest looking one of the lot. I've never been very musically talented, so even this might be a stretch for me.
A triangle? Really?
Let's see what you pick then.
He timidly plucked the strings of a lute.
Oh, what's this? Is this some kind of dancing, prancing lute player that I see?
Shut up. I played a little when I was younger, all right?
You're blushing.
Sure, if you say so.
Vaughn stood behind me, looking over the assortment laid out in front of us. Is it getting hot in here? I pulled up the clothes around my neck, but it didn't help. Maybe I'm just feeling a little nervous. I rolled my sleeves up to my elbow to try and cool down a bit.
I really can't. I've never played any of these. Maybe I'll go stay somewhere else and meet you back here in the morning.
Fun!
Wait! I'm sure there's something you can do.
I'm not sure.
Hey, what about singing? Surely you spend some time singing to your pets?
Oh my god.
I couldn't. They'll laugh at me.
Oh, fun.
And they weren't my pets.
Of course they won't. I bet they won't even take any notice of us. They're all too busy entertaining themselves. They probably won't even listen to you singing. They'll be watching Leos instead.
Well, I guess I could give it a try. But
What's wrong? We'll be up there with you.
what can I even sing about?
How about you sing about me? No, you can pick. You can pick. That's embarrassing.
I'm not sure. Do you have any ideas?
Well, if it's okay, could I sing about you?
Oh, since you're asking.
Me?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm flattered, but like...
Of course, that's okay.
Hopefully I can do you justice.
Oh my god, please.
Don't stress about it. Let's try to have some fun.
This is ridiculous.
Come on, Leos. Commitment.
Well, I guess so.
You won't be alone up there. We'll both be right next to you.
All right. But is it really okay to sing about you?
Sure.
I don't mind.
I leant in closer to his ear and ignored the strange look Leos gave me.
Maybe leave out the whole, arm thing, though.
Okay. I just don't want you to be uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine.
Are you two done? Let's get this over with.
Good luck.
Oh, thanks. The crowd didn't take much notice of us setting ourselves up on the stage. They chatted between themselves, drinking and laughing. Ah! Oh my god, it's a bigger picture. I'm not ready. Leos plucked a few strings, content with the tune. I guess all I have to do is hit my triangle? Pretty easy, really. I hit it a few times. Oh god, there's no count. Yep, it's definitely a triangle. Oh, I love them all! Vaughn was staring at the wooden floor. He might need a little push.
Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Ooh, we can do this.
Fawn?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
He cleared his throat a few times and gave me a little nod. The bartender leant against the bar, watching us as Leos began strumming his lute. Hey, he's actually not that bad.
I
gave him a smile before whispering to him again.
You can do it.
I stand behind these walls, waiting for them to fall. I will pave a way beyond the gray.
What?
I'll run away, journey beyond the fog.
He's actually really good. His soft melodic voice reached out towards the audience and captivated them. Only a moment ago they were loudly cheering for Leos, but now they watched Fawn in silence. They all listened, mesmerized. Leo's playing a soft tune on his lute, perfectly complementing Fawn's voice.
Okay, stop biting my ear. We can go in.
Oh my god, I didn't know we were gonna meet these characters! I wasn't ready! The doors opened and passerbys joined the crowd, captivated by Fawn's angelic voice.
My destiny, I can hear it calling. I'll write my own story.
You're right. He's pretty good.
Whoops. I guess I should hit my triangle a few times as well. Not that anyone would notice either way. With Fawn singing and Leos' lute playing, nothing else is needed. Fawn stood in the center of the stage, eyes closed, singing. All of his previous nerves were gone.
A galaxy where I'm free to be me.
And silence. The song ended and the growing crowd roared and clapped. Leos left the stage quickly after. Well, it was more like he was dragged off by the ladies. Fawn remained still, eyes closed for a moment before he looked at me.
Wow, that was about me?
I could feel my heart beating faster and faster in my chest. Why? Have the nerves from performing really caught up to me? Is it because of Fawn's beautiful song?
That was beautiful. You did great.
Really?
Really. Did you just make that up on the spot?
Yeah.
He looked away from me and played with his pale hair. The way I framed his small face, the sound of his soft voice, it really makes him look angelic. The thumping continued in my chest as we left the stage to join Leos. During the song, the bar had filled up even more. Now every table was taken and people chatted cheerfully.
That was amazing! I should hire you guys permanently. Just look at all the people you brought in. I've never seen so many.
Thank you. It's all thanks to these two, though.
As promised, I'll go get the rooms ready for you.
Thank you. He left quickly through the back door again, leaving me with Fawn, Leos, and the newly formed crowd of people. Most of them were too busy to pay attention to us, so we got a small table in the corner and waited for the bartender to get back.
Well, that was fun.
If ridiculously embarrassing means fun to you, then sure.
I'm so angry.
How did I end up here? Stuck with the two of you? Doing this?
You love us.
Who did I offend to deserve this kind of fate?
He rested his face in his hands, sighing.
Well, it's better than being stuck in the forest alone, right?
I'm not so sure.
I thought it was kind of fun.
See, someone's positive. Plus, we'll finally have somewhere to sleep tonight.
Well, well, well. That wasn't a bad performance.
I wasn't expecting you. I should have expected you.
Of course, I can tell you're new to it, but the raw sex appeal of Red in the back made it well worth watching.
What now?
Oh, what now? That's right, they don't know about the thing. As the three of us sat around the table, someone approached from the crowd. Oh, look at you! Gotta stop here. I gotta stop. I know, I tease. If you're interested in playing the extended demo yourself instead of waiting for me to upload the next video, there's a link in the description. If you want to support the devs, there's also a link in the description. If you want to watch the previous parts, you should check that out. I have a playlist. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.